Well, hello everybody, this is Louise Eddington and I am the Cosmic Owl of Cosmic Owl Astrology, and I am doing this little extra report for the weekend because I have something special to talk about. And I'll just get my software up. So a few of you have heard me talking about ERIS before. And ERIS we've got 5 exact Pluto ERIS squares coming up over the first one was on January the 26th. We've got another one on June the 14th. We've got I've lost my list where there are. It's normally right in front of me, but anyway, we've got 5 right through till October 2021. And I've talked about them many times, but this isn't about that exactly. But we do have Pluto stationing to turn retrograde, I do want to mention. And so that will bring us to the next square on June the 14th. But I want to talk more about ERIS. And to my members, and by the way, if you, I'll put the link in the video below, but if you want to become a member of my Cosmic Owl community, I do an awful lot of videos. I do videos most days for my community, and I talk about the energies in greater detail than it's possible to do in short Facebook posts. And I'm also getting back to writing. I was back to it, and then we had a terrible week. I think all of us did, actually. But ERIS. She's kind of my obsession in a way. I believe that ERIS represents the little people. I believe that she represents, the bottom of the pile in economic and class and race and all those kind of terms. And she represents those that are excluded from the elite, echelons of society, which, we always seem to end up with, like the USA fought against, the royalty and the classist system there, and now we probably have the greatest economic inequality here than pretty much anywhere. It's like, and globally, economic inequality is huge, and ERIS has come to the fore. And nothing to do with the man, but the Bernie Sanders message of, the vast inequality and the oligarchy and all that has risen since ERIS was discovered. She was discovered in 2005, right through the Obama presidency. It became clear that, money really is ruling. We knew before, but it's become more to the front, and it's become extreme under the last few years as Pluto has been diving through Capricorn, also since 2008. So, we're kind of at this pinnacle of this big revealing. Pluto has a huge amount to do with it, of course, because Pluto reveals the shadow, the dirt, the corruption, and all that nasty kind of stuff, and it's particularly in our institutions. But here we have ERIS, and the reason why I'm doing the video today is that ERIS is conjunct the Sun tomorrow, and it's still in square to this. And whilst I think it's a pretty good weekend, well, she's actually exactly conjunct very early on Monday morning in Utah time, so on Monday for most people. So we're feeling it now, though, because the Sun is so that was 2:40 a.m. To go back to now, they're well within orb. The Sun is fast going towards ERIS, so we're definitely starting to feel her her influence, and it's feeling very very revolutionary, to be honest. You know, people are speaking up this time. I don't care who you support, but the revolutionary voices are really strong. It's you know, the people who the independents, the poor, the working class, the Amazon workers are standing up for themselves. Other companies are people are starting to strike again. That kind of thing. To my mind, this is ERIS. She is partly to do with this virus as well. She's throwing the apple in to really kind of shake things up. I always pay attention to what's coming on the news when these aspects are happening. And oh, I forgot to change that to AM. And I have shared a video twice because I think it's so good about from some billionaire kind of stock trader type guy saying that we have to let these big companies fail instead of bailing them out, because, you know, once they've failed, more ethical companies will come up in between. We should not be, the CEOs are not suffering in this crisis. The big companies are really not suffering in this crisis. It's, again, the workers, the essential workers, as we're calling them, you know, 16.6 million people being laid off, getting this paltry check this is in the USA, it's happening everywhere, whilst big companies are getting big bailouts. It's just being highlighted, and this is what ERIS does. She highlights the inequalities, the artifice, and the faults in the system. You know, when she threw the apple, the story of ERIS is that she was not invited to the wedding of the elites because she was such an ugly character. She's the kind of character that goes raging around at horrible society, and in the Hesiod poem, she's spoken of as glorifying on the battlefield and bathing herself in the blood and all that kind of thing. I kind of think she's not really glorifying. She's kind of just going, see what happens, see what you do, kind of thing. And so people see it as glorifying, and I'm seeing this in people now. You know, in our elections, people are going, you know, what are you doing? You've picked Joe Biden, and you know what's going to happen, kind of thing. Because and then you go, see what happens when you do this, and not just the Democrats, everybody. And the corruption of this whole system is just being highlighted more and more and more. So ERIS this weekend will go, she will be exactly conjunct. I'm going to get to that minute again. Sorry. So it's at 23 degrees and 52 minutes of Aries. Still pretty much in aspect to Pluto and Jupiter, but why can't I get it to the minutes now? Oh, well. Maybe it was 2:40. I'm nearly there. There we go. Anyway, so I think this is a huge aspect this weekend. All right. Then we also have this grand trine between Hygeia, Juno, and Mars. This air grand trine that's enabling us. Juno, I think, is the rights of women, children, the oppressed. So in a different way, she kind of tries to bring balance and fight for them. She's more the political fighting, whereas Eris is just the chaos disruptor. She's like going, I will show you. I will throw this apple in. Oh, to get back to that, she threw this wet apple in that said to the fairest, that basically made the goddesses fight amongst themselves the elite that led to the Trojan War and the fall of Troy. Eris didn't really do much. Everybody goes, she caused the Trojan War. Well, she just threw in this apple and they all did it themselves. That's what's happening now. The virus could be said to be the apple. You know, it's highlighting how the safety nets in our society for the ordinary people is not there, and it's just shaking everything up. So I wanted to talk about that, and I also want to talk about this Cancer North Node. I had a bit of a oh duh moment in a Facebook thread yesterday. We're talking our slogan in Utah is stay home, stay safe. We don't have a official order with this virus, but you know, it's a similar message everywhere, but everybody's just going, stay home, stay home, stay home, stay safe. That's the North Node in Cancer, is home and safety. Very Cancerian words. Now, to give you a little bit of hope here that things are not going to change, because I do kind of think, I think this virus is going to be around for quite some time in waves, but I think we're kind of at its peak. But on May the 5th, then the nodes shift back. I'm just going to, it may be May. Anyway, the nodes shift backwards because they always move backwards, and the nodes move into Gemini and Sagittarius. I kind of think the message is going to change then. And also at that point, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, will be conjunct the Sun. Okay. And will have passed over. Everything will be in Taurus, which is the sign of money and the earth and all those things. And I just feel like they are really going to bring this message of how we can move forward, how we can heal. Also, as the nodes move back into Gemini, we've got Hygeia. And Hygeia is health and hygiene, washing hands, all our health. Gemini is an air sign. We know the virus is airborne. When Hygeia moved into Gemini, there was an instant increase in spread of this virus. And Gemini, Hygeia will be exactly conjunct Vesta, who is sacred devotion, faith, focus, and commitment. This is all kind of coming together. Gemini is going to be a huge focus this year. I could say a million things about it, and I will be doing, because on May the 13th, to go to that, we have Venus will then station retrograde in Gemini, and look at this focus then. She'll be conjunct Vesta and Hygeia still. She'll start moving back over this. Mercury is then going into Gemini. And we've got loads of things like retrogrades coming up. We've got eclipses that will be in Gemini and Sagittarius. When does the Mercury go retrograde next? Okay. Mercury will actually go retrograde in Cancer. So he will move back, but he's going to cross over. He will go be in the ruling sign. May is going to be a huge month for changing how we our perceptions in how we handle this these times we're in. Venus will go back over our values, how we work. I'm offering a Venus retrograde class that starts on May the 13th, so also check it out that below. Check my membership, check the class. The class is very affordable. It's going to be a huge period, May into June, as these all cross, as the nodes cross and Venus goes retrograde. We could look a week ahead, and we see that all these, that Mercury will go towards that North Node in Gemini. But it just was like, oh, of course, stay home, stay safe. North Node in Cancer. Now we've got to seek other solutions and seek other ways of socializing, which is a very Gemini word as well. How we relate to each other will shift and change permanently, but we're going to start finding the answers and reading and researching the answers, I think, and coming up. So 2 things I wanted to talk about today. I didn't plan on working over the weekend, but here we are. So hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and hit that little bell so you get notified when I upload new videos, and check out the membership link or the Venus class below. Have a great weekend.